Hey guys, it's Ben the Coin Geek at Old Pueblo Coin. Thanks for joining me today to take a look at some scarcely seen metals, coins, types of metal that the coins are made out of, some rare earth metals, if you will. Please like, share, subscribe, and move to Canada, eh? Look at that. So what we're looking at today is actually some fun coins that are made out of metal that we don't get too often, namely platinum and palladium, but we're going to compare some stuff to gold and silver. I'm going to have to flip this box around to get it opened up properly, because there we go. Let's take a look at some coins, and we're going to compare this to some things of slightly different sizes. These platinum coins, pardon me, that the Canadian made in 2004, has a very cool wildlife series to it. Lots of fun stuff going on here. We got Mama Bear and some cubs on those guys, and that's a full ounce. This is a half ounce. Look at those guys, $150 on that, and then you've got the quarter ounce. I can barely stand it at this point. He's got the fish in his mouth hunting on the water, and the 1/10 of an ounce does not want to come out. So there's that. Just be very careful when you handle your coins. And this guy is just kind of chilling. So pretty cool set. This has a nice big, wood box, and has the receipt here. The Platinum Grizzly Bear issue series, also Ensemble and Platine Gris. Yeah, so anyways. So, the two different languages. Let's see if they have the actual count of these made. They have the size, denomination. I'm trying to find out quanto. I want to know how many of these guys were actually made. And this issue, I'm not seeing right offhand. Oh, well, this is number 174. Let's see here. Canadian limited mintage of 380 sets worldwide. So that's kind of fun. Kind of a lower mintage type piece. So, and in general, we'll talk a little bit about the difference in the metals, but also just the general value of some things here. People ask me lots of times about precious metals, and oftentimes I tell them, that I kind of like platinum for no other reason than the fact that relative to gold, it's pretty cheap. An ounce of gold at this filming is at its all-time high, about $26.50, and platinum is still kicking around 1,000. Now, the density of these two coins are very, very different. Now, this coin is a little bit thicker anyways, but also, it's hard to tell because of the way this has the fat ring on it. But, the platinum coins definitely take up a lot less room than the gold, which is fascinating because then you get into a metal known as palladium, and palladium is actually pretty big. And pretty big, that's because of your overall atomic weight. Platinum's atomic weight is 195, and gold's 196, so they're very close. But palladium's is 106, which is actually a lot closer to silver, which is 107. So kind of interesting comparing the metals. I don't want to do it too much scientifically because I can't. But gold and platinum. So gold's heating point is 1337. I think that's degrees Kelvin, actually. But 1337. Silver is only 1234. Palladium is 1828, and platinum is 2041. So in order of how fast the metals melt, silver, gold, then palladium, and then platinum. So platinum has the highest melting point out of the four metals, and which is kind of interesting in and of itself, even though gold is much more dense. What's fascinating to me is palladium and silver are right next to each other on the periodic table, 46 and 47. And gold and platinum are 79 and 78 respectively. So these guys, they kind of all run in the same hood, but they don't get to eat lunch together apparently at lunchtime. And it's pretty interesting to see just the differences in that way. Let's take a closer look at this this Palladium piece here, which is also a Canadian piece, which appears to have some type of a sticker on it, and you can see they're highlighting. They are highlighting some of the stars, and the other side has the Queen. But Palladium is something we rarely see, and by the way, Palladium is something that was, well, back in, like, let me see, when would this have been? 2016, it would have been about 700, and then it went up to like 3,000, and then it's come back down to where it's near 1,000. So platinum and palladium are almost at the same price point currently, and so it's pretty interesting to see the shifts and changes in the market on that stuff. So both of those are metals that, if you're just comparing metals over time, both of those seem to be at a lower price point than gold relative to the overall historical price points. So it looks like the mintage on these guys on this palladium piece, I'm thinking that's 1,200 total pieces made, and this is number 760. So pretty neat stuff on that. And last but not least, I actually have another very cool palladium piece. This is from Tristan de Cuba. I mean, come on, Ben. Let's read properly here. Tristan da Cunha, high relief Britannia piece, 5 pounds. So this is one of those island nations that you rarely see anything from, and it's fascinating to me that they have an actual palladium coin. And pretty much it just has the initials on it, which is also kind of fascinating to me for the country. TDC and 2010 999, and there's the platinum, pardon me, the palladium mark. Having platinum and palladium in the same video is remarkably difficult. I didn't expect it to be like a aluminum linoleum kind of situation, but apparently it is. So if you collect coins by country and you don't have one from Tristan de Cunha yet, now's your chance. And it happens to be a really pretty palladium piece. So this one I think we already have on our website at $13.50 for the coin. But these other ones we'll see what we do with. This is not on our inventory list yet, but by the time the video drops, we will probably have decided exactly what to do with it. So let me know if you collect platinum or palladium, if you feel like dropping some knowledge about exactly the difference between all of these fancy little shiny metals is. And oh man, I gotta tell you one more fun fact before we end. So, gold's been around since whatever, 6,000 BCE, something like that. So platinum was discovered in Peru in 1748. Fun fact. Palladium was discovered in the UK in 1803. Also fun fact. That feels kind of young, you know what I mean? So, all right, go out there and go discover some new metals for me, guys, because, these ones are getting boring. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Ben, the Coin Geek. You can subscribe by clicking on the owl button in the corner and watch more videos on the right side of the screen. Thanks.